mother wisdom is, it is literally, it kind of just goes by the name of it. It really is kind of, you know, what it says on the tin. So we have people in our lives that we'll see and it'll look as though they've just kind of got their stuff together. And they might just kind of give us some advice and just give us a bit of a kick up the backside, or just that motivation to just think, oh, actually, yeah, what you say really, really makes sense. You know, you'll see somebody think, how can they do this? How are they so calm? And they'll just be like, don't worry, just don't worry about things. You know, just you know, go with it. You know, sometimes you need to change things. Life is neither good nor bad; it just is. So go with it. Don't pity yourself. Don't kind of take too much pride in, you know, it's good to take pride, but don't sort of let your ego run away with you. Just accept this is how stuff is. And if you just kind of roll with it, then sometimes you'll find things a bit easier. The dive was a fun one. The dive it's another part of saying, okay, didn't really expect this, didn't really expect to find myself where I am. But I've got a choice now, and that choice is either sort of go down sort of one road and the way that I was going before, or just bite the bullet and do something else. And that's kind of a dive, you know. It's like I did a skydive when I was about sort of 22, so it kind of reminds me of that feeling of when I was about to sort of jump strapped to this big burning guy out of the plane, and you kind of shut your eyes and you go, oh, when you fall out of the plane. It's kind of like that idea. It's like, well, if I want to get to a better place, then I've just got to bite the bullet and just go. And sometimes that's all you can do. You just kind of want to ignore everything that you're scared of and just go, well, just do it, and just jump out, just take the dive, just submit to it, just go with it. As she conquers in. So where she sleeps, it's again about sort of admiring someone who just seems like they've got their spirit, just that you see them just really going out there, just really living life, and just kind of seeming really free. I'm just thinking, if someone is like this, do they have moments when they're scared? Do they have moments where they need help and support? Do they have that? But when I wrote it, I was actually thinking about my little niece. My niece is 4 years old, and she is very vivacious. She's very sort of active, and she knows what she wants. You know, she doesn't take fools gladly. She just speaks her mind, and I just really love kind of how open she is and just says what she's thinking. And I just really love that about her, and how much she just loves and enjoys everything. But at the same time, if she's not feeling great, she'll be like, no, I don't like this. And I just really like that about her. And I just kind of imagine my sort of little niece when she's lying there asleep going, you know, when she's so sort of, you know, sort of outward, but I wonder where she goes, where she sleeps. I wonder where she goes. What does she see? What does she think about? Does she get scared, or does she just kind of just go with it and not think about it too much? I believe that's kind of a part of all of us in one way or another. That part of us was always there, and I think it is there. And I think sometimes it just helps to find that again. There's a friend of mine who was going in for some hospital treatment for an issue that she was going through, and I was on the way to the studio whilst she was on her way for this treatment, and she was sort of just messaging me about sort of how she was feeling about it. And she was sort of quite sort of, you know, scared, understandably, and she was going through a lot herself, and it just kind of made me think about her, just about my friend. And just saying, you know, it's okay to either try and be strong, or it's okay to just not be strong. You know, just sort of just let go and go with it. And it's basically saying, look, you know, whatever you've done in the past, however you've sort of been in the past, if it's got you here, we know that things can be really hard. We know that things can happen that will make you go down a path that you don't necessarily mean to go down, or didn't have the strength to go anywhere else. But it's okay to come back to yourself, or it's okay to come back to. It can either be yourself or a spiritual element, sort of inner child or God or whatever it is that your personal sort of beliefs are. It's like if you just come back to yourself and sort of not hide from that too much, you know, it's okay. It's okay, and that's where, you know, you generally get a lot happier if you kind of embrace that. It's all about finding love for yourself again and moving on. To be one, 'cause it's It's kind of a calm after the storm kind of song. You've started off in this place where you're just like, oh, everything's bad, everything's rotten. And then you realise that you need to take these steps to kind of get yourself to somewhere better, but they're never easy. So you've got all the dramas, and you've got all the sort of the theatrics and the fears and everything you have to go through to get there. But then you wake up one morning and you just think, oh, do you know what, I did it. I did it. It's actually from a course that I saw when they talk about anxiety and getting through it, and some people consider anxiety, or a certain burst of it, because that's sort of something that I went through, to be expressed as what they call the dark night of the soul. And it's like this big scary thing comes, but it's actually teaching you. It's here to teach you to move in a different way. It's here to take lessons from. And then if you do that, you can come out the other side. And that's why I thought morning of the soul. So rather than the dark night of the soul, the sun has come up. You've gone through all that. All the bad stuff is just, it's all gone. And you just wake up in the morning and think, yeah, I did it and I'm there. And it was all worth it. Choices I made.